1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, 5? Is that how many we're in? Squared Circle Breakdown? 5 episodes? 5. 5. We did it. We're 5 episodes in.
What you're trying to say is this is the five-time Squared Circle Breakdown episode.
Yes, something like that. Yes, this is yours truly, Monoxide with Señor El Guapo.
Hola mis amigos, Señor El Guapo here again, and this time we're missing somebody.
Yeah, nobody cares. So, Kristen, sorry, you are not here because of some troubles that you've got. Anyway.
Kristen, you will be faded away, and we will classify yourself as obsolete!
I think she had a match with King Max and got electrocuted by Senor Benjamin.
She was deleted!
Deleted? Because they were rendering a premonition!
Yes,
it's wonderful!
But yeah, Kristen had some work stuff, so she decided to say, forget doing the podcast and to do some sleep stuff or something. I don't know. That or Donald Trump finally got rid of her too.
Oh, yes. Well, maybe they figured she's part of the LGBT movement or something.
You saw the post too.
Yeah, I have my own opinion on it, but I'm not going to get into it because this is not a political talk show.
Correct. This is a wrestling podcast where we talk about wrestling.
Yeah, and the wrestling that we've got to be talking about today is a little bit, shall we say on the depressing side, but because Vince McMahon tells me that I like it, I loved it. It was the greatest pay-per-view of all time.
And surprisingly, this pay-per-view had no Roman Reigns on it.
BattleGround, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about WWE's SmackDown Live pay-per-view exclusive BattleGround. What the fuck happened?
What is there to say about this show that has not been said by anybody else?
I mean, pretty much nothing, because if you watch from start to finish, hey, I'm going to give the start of the show itself. I'm not talking about the pre-show because who the fuck actually cares about the pre-show? Starting off with the, I'm sorry, actually I want to say NXT, the tag titles belts with New Day versus Usos. That match alone was match of the night, and it was the first match.
Yeah, the crowd was very hot for this. It was very fast-paced, and it was a lot of near-fall action. I had no problems with this match, other than that maybe the New Day winning the tag titles again in their stale phase. Just, I don't know. Just something about this New Day now isn't right.
Are you trying to say that you do not feel the power? That you, sir, are in fact booty?
I am booty now, but I was not booty back in 2015.
I see.
I ran out of my bootios around last year.
So what you're saying is you haven't been to FYE to pick yourself up a new box of bootios. They're magically bootylicious.
I would. The only problem is I just really don't have the wherewithal to go ahead and buy a box of cereal for $12.
Yeah, good point.
So, I'm sorry, New Day. I don't want to be booty, but $12 for a box of cereal is some serious booty.
Quite so. But the match.
Well, before we get to the match, there's one other thing I gotta say. What I want to know is, what is wrong with the booty?
Probably because of they're men. You know, everything about that.
Don't men love that on a woman?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I love the booty.
I think any man would love the booty.
Correct.
But it just, I don't know. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen.
But whose booty we're talking about? Because on the SmackDown side, there's some decent booty, but on the Raw side, there's definitely better booty.
I don't know. It all depends on your personal preference. Do you prefer to have Becky Lynch, or do you prefer to have Sasha Banks? Do you prefer to have Alexa Bliss, or do you prefer to have Charlotte? Would you like to have Bayley, or would you like to have Carmella? Would you like to have Nia Jax, or would you like to have Tamina? The choice is yours and yours alone.
Oh, some of these things are not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong.
Something like that. I think Becky Lynch does not belong because she's Irish and the rest are American. Somewhat.
Yeah, I guess, but whatever. We're getting off track.
Well, that's the name of the game of this show because again, we got to entertain the people that were not entertained Sunday.
But wait, Monoxide. I think we're forgetting something.
What are we forgetting?
Do you have your booking for the week?
Oh, yes.
Your fantasy.
I actually do. This was a storyline I came up with many years ago. And again, I'm going to have to switch one of the characters up so that people understand where I'm coming from. So, the storyline is that Carlito had just won the world title.
Okay.
And he bumps into Damian Sandow backstage. And Carlito tries to act like his old self. Oh, I'm cool, blah, 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 blah. Damian Sandow starts to talk in his very intelligent language. And Carlito is just so confused. To the point where Carlito starts to go, Carlito doesn't understand what you're saying! That's so not cool! And eventually, it turns into a feud where Carlito tries to one-up Damian Sandow. So they have a skit on Raw or SmackDown, wherever the hell it is. And Carlito sets up this big-ass game show where it's supposed to be like Jeopardy or one of those quiz shows. And he purposely gives himself the most easy questions known to man and gives Damian Sandow the most difficult questions. So he'll give himself the easy questions and he'll brag about how easy he was able to answer them. But then he gives Damian Sandow these very hard questions, and Damian Sandow answers them correctly, and Carlito just gets so pissed that he attacks him at the very end of the skit. And it culminates into a title match.
The thing is, I see this being a thing on WWE programming.
Exactly! It will sell. It will sell merchandise. I think WWE should purposely sign these two guys back just to do my storyline.
Carlito definitely, Damian Sandow, yes, only because he gets a great crowd pop.
That's what I'm saying. Carlito plays the heel, Damian Sandow plays the babyface. It all works out. Yes.
I'm good with this. I'm okay with that.
So yes, Carlito, Damian Sandow, book it.
Yep, book it. Let's do it, WWE. We know you're listening.
Yes, we know you love my ideas. We know you want to do them. You don't even have to credit me for them. Maybe give me a dividend check or something. But
no, just send us tickets for shows.
Front row to WrestleMania, please.
Yes. Camera side. Hard camera side.
Exactly. I want to be able to yell at one of the wrestlers in their face or something. But
tell Chris Jericho to go back to Toronto.
Oh hell no! I would never tell him to do that. I would tell him to go back to Winnipeg, and he'll probably tell me he's from Toronto. You idiot. Something like that. I don't know. I want him to put me on the list or something.
But that's stipulation. You must go on Jericho's list.
Dude, I know we're completely off track here. We will get back on, but I just want to say one thing. When I went to Fan Access WrestleMania Access, cosplaying as Chris Jericho, I had a plethora of people asking me to put him on the list. It was the greatest thing ever. It got to a point where I just screamed out, Anybody else? Anybody else want to go on the list of Jericho? Any other stupid idiots?
Oh, that's perfect. That's going to have to happen again.
Oh, yes, I'm definitely going to cosplay as Jericho again, for sure. But this next match.
The New Day match, or are we talking about the next match?
We pretty much finished the New Day Usos match. We pretty much agreed it was a good match.
Yeah, it was a great match. I love the false finishes in it, and it made Woods look like $1 million.
Oh yeah, Woods kicked out of what was it? The Usos' big finisher, that big splash.
Yes.
It was very solid. Nothing. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy about it, but it was definitely good to get the crowd into the show. Until the next match,
which is difficult because it's Okay, let me start this off like this. How can you have a match with a man who has been over since he stepped foot in the country with fans and make the match shit? Oh, that's right. You put him in a match with Baron Corbin.
Oh yeah. I've often made this joke. This is only to people who watch SpongeBob. Remember when Baron Corbin for a while was wrestling without a shirt?
Yes.
Remember he had that weird face on his chest?
That looked like Patrick, yes.
I said Pat back.
Yeah.
That's Pat back, ladies and
Pat
gentlemen.
back.
So
yes.
technically, Baron Corbin is wrestling in handicap matches. Because he's got Pat back with him.
Well, is he Dirty Dan or, what's the other one?
Oh, Pinhead Larry.
Pinhead Larry, yeah.
Well, in this case, after Sandy had taken care of him, he just wanted to be Patrick.
Gotcha.
So, this match.
What?
Here's what I can't fathom. WWE in the year 2017 still wants to be picking and choosing who they want to represent their company. And the two guys that they could come up with are the two least over talents they could possibly pick. Roman Reigns not so bad athletically, but Baron Corbin is...
I give this to Baron Corbin. He is not terrible in the ring. However, his lack of... I know it's part of his character, but the lack of enthusiasm that he has inside the ring and speaking on the mic is... When you're going against Shinsuke Nakamura, you gotta have more charisma than what Baron Corbin is portraying inside that ring, because you're going up against one of, if not the best wrestler on the roster, if not one of the best wrestlers in the world. So it's very difficult for me to sit there and watch that match and then for it to end via disqualification by low blow. What the fuck?
That's the other thing. You built this boring match up for a low blow.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable to me. That here's the thing. The argument is that, oh well, it's the WWE network, so they don't have to try as hard. And keep in mind, tickets haven't been doing so well. Well, maybe they don't have to do as well because they're the WWE or the network, so they don't got to worry about pay-per-view. They still got to worry about selling out that venue.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get an exciting card, at least enough to get the crowd to fill up that place. And
that's something I've been listening to a couple podcasts here and there about this week. They're talking about the Philly crowd just being dead. I've never heard of the Philly crowd being dead for a wrestling event.
Well, they were dead because they didn't have anything to clamor onto. Like this match, for example. What was there to clamor onto?
Correct. Nothing.
It was slow. It was boring. It was plodding. And this is a Shinsuke Nakamura match. So, I don't know what this means. Does this mean that Shinsuke's not good enough to carry Baron Corbin? Or Baron Corbin just sucks so badly that even Shinsuke Nakamura couldn't put him to a watchable match?
I think we have to go with the lesser on this one. which is terrible because Shinsuke Nakamura can have a match with a broomstick and be a 5-star match. Which is... It has to be on the lack of Corbin, which I still don't understand because even if they have a good match, I wasn't looking for a like a 5-star, 4-star, even a 3-star match between these two. But give me something, because then you can have Nakamura go over. It helps push him more towards a bigger title, and it's not going to hurt Corbin because he has a briefcase.
Or just have a good fucking match.
Exactly, something.
This wasn't good.
I mean, it's terrible because now we're force-fed Corbin more, which I know Vince knows how to force-feed people with talent that they don't like. But where are we going with this? Because Corbin is not the best on the mic. not the best in the ring, and yet he has the Money in the Bank briefcase, which I can somewhat telegraph what's going to happen when he cashes it in. So,
But that's the
yeah.
other thing. I could just imagine what the product, as far as SmackDown goes, what it's going to be like once he does cash it in. Like, really, are we going to have to sit through a title run of Baron Corbin?
Unfortunately, yes, but which really sucks because being Mr. Money in the Bank, that's a big deal, and winning the title with it is even a bigger deal because I mean, shoot, that's one of the best heel moves anybody could do, but then again, we've seen WWE squander Mr. Money in the Bank before with having him win it and then lose it almost immediately after. Take Ziggler for example. When he cashed it in, won the World Heavyweight title off of Del Rio, he had the title for what, 3 months? I think it was.
I think it was concussion. That's why he lost.
Oh yeah, exactly. They had him get a quote unquote concussion, and he had to give up the title. So winning the Money in the Bank and then winning the title meant nothing except for getting it off of Del Rio so he can vacate it a couple weeks or a month later. I don't even remember.
Here's the big difference, though. The big difference is that this company's invested in Baron Corbin. They were never invested in Dolph Ziggler. Never.
True.
So much so that at No Way Out 2012, when it was Sheamus versus Ziggler for the title, one of the comments was when the crowd was going, let's go Ziggler, blah, 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 blah. Jerry Lawler's like, look at all these people saying, let's go Sheamus.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Oh, God. It's clear as day. It's clear as day that they're going to do everything in their power to get this guy over. More power to them. They're still living in that fantasy of territory booking where we choose what we're going to do and we're going to sell it to the public, which storyline wise, definitely. But sometimes when something's working, just go with it. Don't pick and choose and then when it gets over, bury it so that we don't like it anymore. Like, come on. Come on. Baron
Come
Corbin.
on.
Ah, this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm sorry. Baron Corbin's just not it. This isn't the resolution to our problems. I'm sorry.
He's not the solution to anybody's problem.
At this point, this is where the crowd died because then what was next? The Fatal 5-Way.
Next was the Fatal 5-Way Women's elimination match, which wasn't terrible. Some of the spots were a little spotty, and I don't know. It wasn't the best. The woman who I thought who should win won, so I'm happy about my pick being correct because Natty definitely deserves to get a bigger push than what she had before because honestly she's never really even had a massive push for a title. So her getting this, I'm happy for her to get it, and hopefully at SummerSlam she's going to pick up that title.
Natty's had the title before. I don't know if she had it.
She has had the Divas title, but I think it was only once.
It couldn't have just been once.
Hold on, I'm fact checking.
I'm going to her Wikipedia. I'm on Wikipedia right now. I'm looking at her Wikipedia. Oh my God, you are right. She only had the title
once. See?
Holy Christ! Let me see how long she had it. 70 days, and she lost it to Natalia or to Eve Torres.
Yep.
Holy Christ! I could have swore she won it more than once. Wow. And here's the thing. I thought the Queen would win it, Charlotte, because they have a lot of emotional investment in Charlotte. But here's my other thing. You had Lana in there, where you did all this video packaging to bring her back as a flamingo stripper. And what have you done with it since you brought her back? she had a match at, what was the last SmackDown pay-per-view? Backlash or something?
Yeah, I think it was Backlash.
And she lost, okay, valiantly. The next few matches she had with Naomi were like quick squash matches. I remember one time when Lana was supposed to be a no-nonsense, all-in-your-face heel, and now she's all cowardly and cries and needs fucking Tamina to hold her up. It is so funny how this company just goes 180 on a character like that.
Money in the Bank was the last one, SmackDown.
Okay, Money in the Bank.
But the first one with Naomi and Lana was Backlash.
Proves my point further.
So yeah, it's terrible.
Who the hell knows what this company thinks? It's just like it seems like as if they just pick and choose where they're gonna go for that night. They have no long-term planning anymore.
Yeah, because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Ugh, can't have that. Can't have us knowing what we're doing. But I just know that it was elimination. I didn't realize it until the first elimination.
That was elimination?
Yeah, it was, who was the first one? Tamina, then it was Lana, then it was, Becky Lynch, who got hit with a roll-up, and then it was between Natalya and Charlotte, to which...
Correct.
Natalya did something where she, like, threw her face into the turnbuckle post or something.
Charlotte went into a turnbuckle post.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Natalya threw Charlotte onto the turnbuckle, pinned her. Naomi came for a handshake, and Natalya just walked away. I have no feelings about this program whatsoever. Because eventually it's going to lead... to me, Natalya is just the gateway opponent. For now. Because somewhere along the way they're going to do the program with Naomi and Carmella.
I feel... My thing is, I feel like they're gonna. It's a gateway opponent, but then again, I feel like they want to put that title on Natalya, and I feel like they would probably get a better match out of Natalya versus Carmella.
Here's the thing, though. They're pushing Baron Corbin. You honestly think they care about quality, better matches?
Yeah, you got a point.
Especially with our main event, which we'll get to. But, that wonderful fucking main event. Oh, just genius of a main event.
The worst part is I watched The Longest Yard, a couple days ago, so I bring this on myself for watching that and for bringing him up into my life again.
Oh, that guy. But before we get to that, AJ Styles defended his U.S. title against Kevin Owens.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
I've got a lot to say here. I've got a lot
Are we going to talk about SmackDown too with this?
Oh, yes. That definitely comes into this. Okay.
I'm going to let you go.
Okay, so we had this match, which, by all accounts, is definitely not the best Kevin Owens match, and definitely is not the best AJ Styles match.
Hold on. Pause 1 moment.
Uh-huh.
Have you been able to see the Kevin Owens documentary at the Fight Owens Fight, whatever it's called, that they were promoting the other day?
I have not.
I bought it. I watched it. It's awesome. Carry on.
I should definitely watch it because I've watched Kevin Owens prior to WWE. I've been front row.
Same with me. That's why I watched it, or that's why I bought it.
I've been front row to a lot of matches where Steen was the headliner. So
nice.
Kevin Owens. And there was one point where Kevin Owens threatened me that if I ever broke a table that he was setting up, he was going to eat my whole family alive. I'll never forget that.
and that's why he holds a special place in your heart.
Oh yes, you could see it clear as day. Him saying that to me. I think it was at Final Battle 2011. Yeah, when he faced Steve Corino.
Nice.
Anyway, so I've got a lot to say about this match. I love both these men. These two men, some of the best workers in the world. I have no problem with these two wrestling each other. I don't even have a problem with them wrestling for the United States title. But God, this match was not right. There was something not right about this match. A lot of this match just had no heat. Just didn't flow right. Just felt like as if, it was what it was. And Kevin Owens rolled Styles up for the pin in a very awkward way.
In a way that Styles' shoulders were not touching the mat.
Even if they were there for a long time.
Correct.
And the way he reacted afterwards was just awkward with how he was pinned. Okay, you want Kevin Owens to be the winner. Fine. 2 days later, Jericho makes his triumphant return to do a triple threat match. And AJ Styles wins the title back. I do not understand what the purpose is of hot shot titles. Why? But since Vince McMahon said I love it. I love it. It's great.
If Raw is going to have a singular Intercontinental Champion for 2,000 years, then SmackDown's just going to change theirs up every couple days.
Well, that's the thing. It was 2 days. It wasn't even like it was 2 weeks or 2 months. It was 2 days. Kevin Owens held that belt. For what?
Honestly, it was a day and a half, if you really think about it.
Okay, we're not going to get technical here. We're just going to roughly estimate it was 2 days.
Yeah,
he had it for two fucking days.
2 fucking days, you're right.
So that means that Kevin Owens is now a 2-time United States champion, and his second run is equivalent to Christian's first world title run.
Yes.
This is some bullshit. I'm sorry. Why are we hot shotting
titles? And if you think about it, this is the second time AJ's holding the U.S. title as well.
What I don't get, though, is why we're supposed to care about these titles, and when they change hands, if they're going to change as frequently as they do.
I think WWE did the Madison Square Garden shot just for the pure pop of it, of being a house show in Madison Square Garden.
I didn't have a problem with that.
Right, I don't have a problem with it either. But they did the BattleGround now, so that way they can have a reason to bring Jericho back. Which I'm okay with the Jericho part, not okay with them giving the title back to AJ.
No, but from what I'm understanding, from what I've read, Jericho came back to eat the pin so they wouldn't beat Kevin Owens. So, something tells me this was their plan all along.
Huh.
This is some dumb shit.
But Vince McMahon's telling you to like it.
That's right. You know what? I love it. It's the greatest thing ever. I want people to hold the title for only 2 minutes. Somebody better win that fucking title and then lose it 2 minutes later. Oh, wait. We had that happen. 93, Yokozuna, WrestleMania.
Also, any hardcore title. I think Crash won it and then lost it literally a minute later.
Oh.
Let's see. I believe... who was it? Was it Rollins or... Rollins, yeah. Rollins beat Reigns. Dean cashed in.
Yeah.
And beat Rollins after, 3 minutes or something like that?
Yeah, but see, I want it to be like with Hogan and Yokozuna. You win the title, and then you challenge them immediately, and then you just lose it, losing all your steam. Because, brother, this just doesn't work for me, brother.
So John Cena?
Oh, John Cena, it would be like, this is a violation of John Cena's house rules.
Yes.
John Cena was also on the show, by the way, and he wrestled in the next match against Rusev in a
flag match that made no sense because Rusev got his flag first, and that's why everybody was like, oh, well, Rusev won. Oh, wait, no, he has to go all the way up there and plant his flag? No one explained this.
See, this is the illogical inconsistencies with WWE, or just wrestling in general. So the whole goal of this match is that you're supposed to grab the flag, and you gotta mount it on your little stepping stone there.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they just go for their flags and run to their stepping stones before the other one? Why did they have to go and have this wrestling match?
Because Vince McMahon told them to.
That's right. If Vince McMahon tells you to, you're supposed to like it. God damn it! The fans, they love Cena. They love the American hero. They want to see the evil foreigner get vanquished. It's like 1985 all over again. Damn it! Ha 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 ha.
I know we're going to talk about Cena at the end during SmackDown late in a little bit, but oh my god, I hated the fact that I actually popped for Cena coming out for that.
Oh, that Jinder Mahal promo.
Mostly because thank God he was stopping that promo, and also because 2 seconds before his music hit and he came out with Jinder talking shit and everything like that, whenever he said, "Who will challenge me now?" As soon as he said that, I looked over. John fucking Cena. Brrr, it's over now! God damn it. Oh, God.
Oh, see, even the dogs are going for Cena right now. But see, ladies and gentlemen, this is classic Vince McMahon booking at this point. Let's have the evil foreigner get vanquished by the American hero. This has been done to death, ladies.
Wait. Quiet. Stop.
The dogs can't.
Or you'll be deleted.
Yes, the dogs will fade away and classify themselves as obsolete.
Correct. But, yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't understand the concept of this. Why are we still doing this 30 years later?
Because nothing beats Hogan versus the Iron Sheik.
Or Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter.
Correct. Or I'm losing it. Oh, fuck. I lost it.
More foreigners versus La Resistance. They were foreigners.
La Resistance. FBI. I know technically FBI was.
The Un-Americans. Lance Storm, Test, and Christian.
Yes.
Muhammad Hassan.
Oh shit! What was that recent one?
There was a recent one. Rusev.
Whatever it was. Yeah. Yes, with Rusev, Sheamus, Del Rio.
Oh, the League of Nations. Way better.
League of Nations. Yes.
Yeah. Here's the thing. This is all Vince knows. He knows evil foreigners. He knows white meat babyface. That's all he fucking knows, and that's all he cares to do and promote.
It's his bread and butter, and he don't know no better.
Of course not. Why would he? Been doing this for the last 30 years.
Oh god, shit. And even if you trickle down to NXT, some of it's the exact same thing, but then again, it's different. Which gives me hope for once Vince decides to step down and Triple H gets it all.
That's not. I mean, even with Triple H, it's not necessarily going to change much. This guy was a big proponent for Roman Reigns.
True.
Supposedly he's. I don't know. I don't care.
So John Cena beat Rusev in the flag match.
What a twist!
'Cause America, bitch.
A twist.
Next up was the continuation of the Breezango Fashion Files, which led to absolutely fucking nothing.
Yes. We were going to get a revelation of who was attacking their belongings and all that. And we got nothing. They got attacked, but that was about it.
Was there anything on SmackDown? Because I might have missed. I think I missed that part.
I don't think they revealed who attacked them. I don't even think there was a skit, to be honest. If there was, I missed it.
Gotcha.
Because SmackDown was pretty I was playing Splatoon 2 while trying to watch SmackDown.
I'll be honest. I went to bed at 8 something, and I was just like, I'm done.
Oh, give me fucking Give me
so
20 minutes and I'm out.
Next match was Sami Zayn versus the Power of Love with Mike Kanellis and his beautiful wife, Maria Kanellis.
I don't know how anybody can hate these two. They just want to spread their love.
I know why.
They want to spread their love in all their other droppings.
Oh, God. But this match wasn't bad, but then again, wasn't good because, honestly, no one cared. And honestly, I didn't care, which sucks because I love Sami Zayn. But because Mike Kanellis is a TNA guy, and
ROH, damn it.
but he was on TNA.
He was on TNA, but he got his start in Ring of Honor.
I give you that, correct. However, his name he got a bigger nationwide name off of TNA.
Are you sure?
I feel so.
TNA is relegated to pop. They barely get, like, what, 200,000 viewers?
You know what gets a good amount of viewers and needs more? Mountain Valley Wrestling.
Sure.
Sorry, little self-plug for our friend there.
Or how about Square Circle Breakdown?
That's what we're on. This is the Square Circle Breakdown.
I think we should promote ourselves so that we can get more views.
We promote ourselves on our own video?
Yeah, why not? Watch Square Circle Breakdown, everybody.
Great show. Subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you know when we post.
Exactly.
What's other shit YouTubers say? If this gets 100 likes, Kristen won't be deleted and she'll come back.
Yeah, and she'll dress up as Nikki Bella for you people. Oh yeah, and donate to my Patreon. I want to make millions of dollars.
Donate to my Patreon. Oh, we're gonna set up a GoFundMe page. Fucking page. Oh, fuck Paige. Xavier Woods. Don't be rated R like Xavier Woods.
Don't worry. Already did that to Paige. Not just in a sexual sense. He did royally fuck Paige.
Giggity. So yeah, Sami Zayn beats Mike Kanellis.
Yes.
In a match I really didn't care about.
I don't think anybody cared about this. So
next, we have your WWE Championship match with the WWE Champion, the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, versus Randy Orton in a Punjabi, not Poon as in Putang, but Poon as in Punjabi prison match.
I got something to say.
Please do, because this match was shit.
If you were there live, apparently, and you were sitting front row, you couldn't see shit. Wasn't this the reason they didn't do this match ever again, because of the obstructed view? Like, why? First off, just because Jinder Mahal just happens to be Indian does not necessarily mean you have to bring out a match that is necessarily stereotypically Indian. Now, I'm not trying to be a social justice warrior, okay? Not at all. You want to do this? Fine. But the first two Punjabi prison matches were not exactly classics, okay? Nobody missed this match. Nobody really gave two flying fucks that this match was pretty much on hiatus. And you bring it back, and they do nothing. Not only do they do nothing in this match, they do a lot of things that make it probably the most illogical match known to man. So, the rules are simple. There's two cages, a smaller cage surrounding the ring, and one cage surrounding the outside area. And you got to escape both of them. There are 4 doors in the first cage that you demand open and will be open for 60 seconds. And if you don't get through, it gets padlocked forever. Okay, fair enough. The thing is, though, is that the holes inside the cage are so goddamn big that even a guy like Rusev could fit right through them, so you can just slide right through. So, where's the tension there? Secondly, there was one point in this match where Jinder Mahal got through the door and Randy Orton didn't. So, Jinder made it through one cage, Randy Orton made it through none. So it made it look like that Jinder Mahal had this one. Well, they did a spot where Randy Orton climbed to the top and jumped onto the other cage, and he was so high up that he had to climb down to fucking go after Jinder Mahal.
Yep.
And then they fought on the outside for no fucking reason whatsoever. the only really memorable spot out of this was one of the Singh brothers and Randy Orton hanging on the second cage, and the Singh brother gets knocked off and lands on a table. That was cool. But other than that, this match didn't really signify any danger. And that's the major problem with these types of matches nowadays. Punjabi prisons, Hell in a Cells, Elimination Chambers, Steel Cages. These are meant to be like the devil's playground, where people bleed, they leave a piece of themselves behind, they're never the same after that. And now you watch these matches and they're just matches inside the ring that just happen to have a cage surrounding it. What was the purpose of this match? Other than just to have two cages there. And to signify, oh yeah, by the way, Jinder Mahal happens to be Indian, so we're going to have this Punjabi prison.
Yes.
But Vince told me to like it, so I love it. So
let me put this in perspective for you. There was only 2 other Punjabi prison matches. The first being at the Great American Bash in 2006, featuring The Undertaker versus The Big Show. Because for some reason, Khali was taken out of the match and they put Big Show in.
He was taken out because I think he had enzymes in his system. The same thing with Bobby Lashley. He had to be taken out of his match as well.
Correct. So then, the second match was Batista versus the Great Khali.
Yep. And to my dismay, that was actually better than the Undertaker Big Show one.
Yes, I mean, shit, the Undertaker Big Show one was just Undertaker versus Big Show, so seen it about 10,000 times.
So, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this was not a match that people were craving to see again.
I'm pretty sure the word is never wanted to see again.
I mean, I don't think people were like saying, I hope to never see it again. They just were bullish on it. They didn't give a shit.
It's a nice little spectacle, but it had its time back in the late 2000s with the Great Khali having his world title run stuff, which I still don't understand to this day. However, it ran its course. I'm happy we have a guy with an Indian background as champion, and it's a new person as champion. That's all fine and dandy. The match type never needed to happen.
I don't understand it. But at the end of the match, we saw Khali return. Not like everybody was craving to see him come back.
Suave was just like, I told you this was going to happen. And I was just like, yep, you did. And I'm done.
So he choked out.
He pushed Randy back over and then dragged him down a couple to bring him closer to the ground so Khali didn't have to climb up the cage as much, and then just held him.
Yeah, he held him by the throat. Like, he wasn't choking him, he was just holding his neck a bit tightly.
Correct.
Big difference. And that's your pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen.
That was BattleGround.
There was not one match other than maybe New Day and Usos that was good, and it wasn't good enough to rewatch it.
Yep.
BattleGround.
There's really nothing on that entire show that was good enough to rewatch at all.
Was this worth your $9.99? Probably not.
You're correct. It wasn't, which is why I don't pay it.
But because it's $9.99, Vince could do whatever the hell he wants on pay-per-view. It just amazes me that, okay, we're going to live by that logic. We don't have to worry about pay-per-view anymore. But we also don't have to worry about selling out the building. Yeah.
So, Raw?
I don't feel like reviewing it. Let's just go and pinpoint some of the stuff that happened.
Jason Jordan had his in-ring debut on the Red Brand Raw against Kurt Hawkins, who I believe has not won a match since coming back to WWE.
He hasn't won a match since him and Zack Ryder were no longer a team, I don't think.
Probably.
So,
Decent match. Jason Jordan just looked like a powerhouse, which he always does. So,
But
yay.
where do we see Jason Jordan from here?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I would say, yeah, throw him in the IC title hunt. However, that's being occupied by both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins right now, and the Miz and his Miztourage. So yeah, I don't know. Can't throw him in the tag team because Chad Gable's still on SmackDown.
Yeah, this whole show is dedicated to the whole re-teaming of Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. They really want to tease these two getting back together.
Which I'm fine with them getting back together. That's fine with me.
Gives them something to do. But the question is,
Yeah.
once they actually do get back together, are they going to be the Shield? Oh, there they go, the Hounds of Justice right there. Are they going to be the Shield? Are they going to go back to wearing the Shield gear? Are they going to just stay as Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose? What is it going to be? I don't know. That's what this whole show was centered around. And quite frankly, this whole Dean Ambrose Miz program, I'm tired of it. I'm done.
I'm tired of it too. It's going nowhere.
Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Well, yeah, that was a very rhetorical question. Has the Miz lost considerable steam since coming to Raw?
Yes, because they're not doing anything with him. They're literally only doing this right now with him, and after that, there's nothing. Like, they've done nothing else but continue the feud of Miz versus Dean Ambrose from SmackDown and just put it on Raw. They moved it up a day.
I felt like as if when they first started feuding, when they were on SmackDown, that the WrestleMania feud should have been Miz and Maurice versus Dean Ambrose and Renee Young. But they didn't go with it.
Well, no, because Renee can't wrestle.
Well, no, of course not. But that's what it seemed like they were leading towards.
Correct. But hey, whatever. Bayley versus Sasha for the 19th million time.
And I don't care to see again.
Neither can I.
The Hounds of Justice.
Quit it. Stop.
See, the Hounds of Justice have come to his house.
But yeah, Bayley wins to go against Alexa at SummerSlam, which I'm okay with. As long as Bay return, not Bayley, Bay, as in Alexa Bliss, keeps the title. I'm okay. I'm good.
We also had an announcement that now the main event of SummerSlam is a big fatal 4-way.
And I called that shit.
I think anybody with a quarter of a brain caught it. Brock Lesnar.
Which I'm okay with, because if they do this correctly, they can have either Strowman or Joe go over in a massive way.
So, it's Brock Lesnar versus Strowman versus Joe versus Roman. Oh, that right?
Correct.
Wow. That's your title match. So,
I'm really interested into how that's gonna work.
I gotta root for my man Strowman.
Yeah, I'm same here. The only other person who I'm perfectly fine with them putting over would be Joe.
I think anybody would agree with that. Yes, Joe would probably be the next best bet. But Raw, nothing really significant happened that I could remember. There's those things. Oh, the ending with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. They won their match. They teased the whole fist pumping. Dean Ambrose didn't accept, so it's obviously the slow build to finally getting those two together or whatever.
Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
Don't care. Don't care. This does nothing for Finn. It does nothing for Bray, because they don't know how to book Bray. They've made him into a complete waste.
The Club versus Dash and Dawson.
I don't care about that either. I really
True.
don't. Well, who cares? I mean, the Club has been beaten to death. The Revival or something. So they're gonna have the Revival feud with the Hardys.
I don't know. I just don't know.
This whole show is just a mystery in and of itself. But SmackDown.
SmackDown.
We've already gone through one of the things. The U.S. title match. Good God.
Lord.
Good God.
Because reasons.
2 freaking days.
Yep, 2 days.
2.
2.
There's only one reign. Well, a couple reigns I can think of that are shorter than that. Most of them come in from WCW, but the 2 reigns of WWE. Andre the Giant's reign was shorter. Kane's was shorter. Rey Mysterio's, not just in height, was shorter. God damn! 2 days! Yet Kevin Owens held the belt. For what? Just to drop it back to AJ. Why should we care about this belt now? Why should we care about any belt that's not the Universal belt?
Because they tell you to.
Yeah. They don't even want us to care about the WWE title because that thing barely made events unless it's pay-per-view. The Jinder Mahal segment did not main event the show. It's clear as day their money was on AJ, Kevin Owens, and Jericho.
Because that's the future of the brand.
So then why not make that for the WWE title?
Because Cena needs his 17th title.
So he can't get it from AJ, Jericho, or Owens?
No. Too much work.
He has to get it from this guy that they put the belt on so that they can market to an Indian market. And it didn't work, so they brought Khali back because they're determined to make it work.
Correct.
I ask again, why they couldn't just take 8 months to build this guy? Why couldn't they just take 8 months out of the schedule to say, fuck it, we're going to try it, we're going to build him up, I'm going to put him in the title program and see where it goes. Why did they have to thrust him right into that spot?
Because Vince McMahon tells you to like it.
He tells me to like a lot of things. I'm in that mood now where I'm just like, why?
Simply because I don't know. I got nothing. Because it's pointless. Jinder's not a bad worker, okay? But
I would disagree with that. What is
I mean,
can you name me a Jinder Mahal match that you've watched that was of quality?
I got nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we haven't seen any substance from him until they put him in his title run.
Well, they tried in early 2000. Well, yeah, it was like right after WrestleMania 27 when he debuted. They tried there. Didn't work.
And then they stuck him in 3MB.
Even before that, didn't he have that, he was in the NXT tournament for the first ever NXT champion. He made it to the finals, lost to Seth Rollins.
Yes, you're correct.
Maybe that match was great. I don't know. But
I never watched it, so.
I'm just going to put it to you like this. Jinder Mahal had a match with AJ Styles, and it was just whatever. When you have a just whatever match with AJ Styles, something's wrong.
Yeah.
You're a pretty subpar worker. Jinder Mahal, I'm glad that he's getting the opportunity that he was denied of for so many years. But why did they have to thrust him there? And then not only that, his promos have all been formulaic. It's all the same. The whole, you people do not accept diversity. You people do not accept a great Maharaja.
Now, I will speak to my people.
I will speak to my people in Punjabi. It's the same shit. All week. Every week. But I love it. Mini Mac tells me to, so I love it.
And we basically summed up all SmackDown.
Well, hold up. There were a couple things that we didn't touch up on. For starters, Shinsuke Nakamura and Baron Corbin had a rematch.
I didn't watch it.
Shinsuke won.
Oh.
Which, why didn't they just do that on the pay-per-view? You had a tag team match. Ty Dillinger and Sami Zayn going up against Mike Kanellis and Aiden English. You deduce who won that.
I'm going to go with the Perfect 10 and the El Generico.
El Generico, I don't know who you're talking about. You talking about that guy that got deported a long time ago?
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's actually in Mexico. Last I heard, he's running a orphanage.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show, I have no brains left. I didn't have much brains to begin with. But these shows, I mean, to be fair, SmackDown wasn't the worst thing in the world. I'm not going to say that, but it's just like, our main program for SmackDown is now John Cena versus... Oh, I do have a rant, though.
Please, rant away, sir.
So, when John Cena came out, after Jinder Mahal tried to speak to his people in Punjabi, John Cena declared himself #1 contender, like he always does. But we had a saving grace, because the yes man, Daniel Bryan, came out and said, no, that's not how it works here. You gotta earn your title opportunities. So the very next week, he was going to have a match. And if he wins, he becomes #1 contender. His opponent for next week's SmackDown is Shinsuke Nakamura, who Daniel Bryan has even said this is a dream match.
Yes, this is a fantasy booking match.
I ask, if that's the case, especially involving John Cena, why is this being relegated to SmackDown?
Because they missed their chance of doing it Sunday night.
They can't do it for SummerSlam?
No, because they need a WWE title match for SummerSlam.
You can't find any random asshole to go up against Jinder Mahal.
Fine.
Anybody.
James Ellsworth can go against Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam.
We can't do that. He's suspended, remember?
His suspension should be coming up, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but if we're going to start the build right now, we got to find somebody.
Okay. Then...
Fuck it, take Sami Zayn out of this feud, throw him against Jinder Mahal since he's beaten Jinder Mahal before. He would have bragging rights. Something simple.
Good point.
I know.
Or they swerve you and they put Jinder versus Great Khali.
That's a rush. They ain't gonna do that. I mean, WWE can be incompetent sometimes, but they're not that incompetent. It is. Why?
I can tell you this. Next week we do have Raw and SmackDown to look forward to because of good matches. We have on Raw the triple threat match of Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and Samoa Joe going at it. And then on SmackDown we have Cena versus Nakamura.
The thing is that SmackDown's got the 2-hour mark.
Correct.
Which means they're not like Raw where they get 3 hours and they got the overlay. So they're limited to what they can do. And you got commercials. So we're not going to get the match that we want.
No.
This is similar to when I had, at one time, thought Undertaker versus Chris Jericho was a dream match. Because at one point they had never faced each other. What did they do? Waste the fucking match on SmackDown.
The man has a point.
The fuck? You couldn't have saved that match for Mania. I understand. You're building a Jericho versus Edge at that time. But god damn. You couldn't have saved that for even SummerSlam. You fucking assholes.
Please, tell me how you really feel.
I love this company. I love Vince McMahon. He's a great man.
Oh, Lord.
This is what I look forward to on a daily basis.
I'm not sure what I'm looking forward to when it comes to wrestling right now.
I might as well put my investment in New Japan because, while I'm not an avid viewer, I've watched a couple matches and they are very fucking good. And my other time is spent on Nintendo.
Maybe you could do both at the same time. New Japan and Nintendo.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yes, New Japan has definitely come out with some great fucking matches within the past 2 years.
Yes, some of which involve some of the guys that are on the WWE roster currently, like Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles.
How about this? I propose this to you. This Tuesday, when whoever wins the match, John Cena, if someone wins that is a superhero of sorts, and the other man is left without a opponent for SummerSlam, how about they pull the trigger on having AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for SummerSlam?
I'd rather wait till WrestleMania for those two.
I would too, but however, I doubt they will. But so put it on at least the biggest pedestal you can, because you know WWE cannot wait to have that match. I 100% agree. That is a Mania match. However, I can live with myself with it being a SummerSlam. As long as it's not a No Mercy or a fucking backlash or whatever the fuck the next one is for them after SummerSlam.
Which is probably what we're gonna get regardless. That's what we're gonna get. Enjoy it. That's how it works here. Vince books it, you enjoy it. Deal with it.
Huh, shit.
That's what I said. Ladies and gentlemen, I have nothing further to say. Do you have any other comments?
Comments. That's about it.
That is about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm surprised we've only gone an hour.
We could have well, that's the thing. We don't have Kristen here to mess with.
Exactly. That's the problem. See, you and I are alike too much. So, like, when we troll, we entertain each other. We need Kristen here.
So we can troll.
Exactly. Because, like, the power of love. Mike Kanellis and Maria, she hates them. My girlfriend hates them.
So what you're saying is I should try to call Kristen right now?
Whatever you'd want to do.
No. Let's not.
It would be fun to torture her. But anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 5!
That is correct. Episode 5. The 5-time squared circle breakdown.
I even did the hand signal for you, even though nobody could see it.
I did it as well.
Okay. Anyways, you people, have a good day, and fuck you.
Enjoy your nights. Adios, mis amigos. Thank God.